Welcome back to the Therapist Burnout Podcast, episode 87. Hey, therapist. Last week I told you I was going to do a deep dive into therapist burnout, which where I was going to give you my lasagna metaphor for burnout, which was multi-layered, and it's going to be good. It's going to be good, but it's not quite ready. So I'm pivoting in. Company's coming. I got family coming here. I have to clean this house. That's real life. So I have chosen to give you a guest episode that I was going to save, but it's just so good. I need to get it out to you. So this week I have Dr. Jason Branch. He's the host of the Three Parallels podcast. So check him out there, follow him wherever you get podcasts. And he also has his own website. I will link that in the show notes. But I just think you will enjoy this conversation. It feels like a connection I'm going to keep up with, like many of the ones that I've had back on this, or I'm having back this season on the podcast. So I hope you'll enjoy it. Take a listen. Today, I have a guest. I'm very, very excited to talk with Dr. Jason Branch. Hi, Dr. Branch. How are you today?
I'm doing well. I'm doing better now. It's the weekend.
Yes. Yes. And I work in school psychology. So the weekend is like, it's been back to school and I've been dealing with schedules and children and testing and my own kids' stuff. So I'm grateful.
Good to hear.
Let's just start out with my big question and we'll go from there. How about that?
Okay.
What is your burnout story?
I hope y'all got time. Buckle up, Buttercup, because we're finna go on a ride. So my story, and I'll keep it brief because this is a whole podcast within itself, but I'll keep it brief. Recent graduate out of a master's program, clinical mental health, and just had that Superman mentality that most of us have, and just trying to save the world, trying to work with every client population possible, because the more clients I can work with, the better I get, because I'm striving towards becoming this version of me that I thought existed in real time. So, or trying to be somebody I'm not. And that's many of us as well, this perfectionist mindset. So I was in that space and doing everything. And then I was working in residential treatment, substance abuse, residential treatment, where the clientele was, lies, cheat, and steal. That's how I get to my addiction, which is a disease. So this is how I maintain that. And me being a new therapist, I just want to serve. I just want to give. I just want to help. So you have a pull, a give and take to two extremes. All I want to do is help you. All I want to do is help you shift. And a client who may not be ready at that time, taking or pulling. So those extremes will cause a rupture. And that's what happened to me. So I'm there and I was sounding just like one of the clients there of, okay, I'm going to quit this year. I'm going to quit in January. I'm going to quit in March, because I'm constantly pouring out and not giving back to me. So I'm in private practice. I'm seeing contract clients. I'm doing residential treatment. And I didn't even recognize I was dealing with burnout and compassion fatigue until I was met with my supervisor. And my supervisor asked me, hey, just curious, what do you usually do after work? You're the first one here. You're the last one to leave. And it's usually dark on both ends. What do you do when you go home? And I was like, I go home and I watch Intervention. What do you do? And I had an attitude about it. What do you do? And she said, Intervention, like the AME show with the addicts. And she said, I said, yeah.
I remember that show. Is it still out?
Yes, I'll watch reruns.
Okay.
I ain't all the way there. But this show, and she shared, like, that's what you do for self-care. And I said, yeah, because I'm defending what I believe. This is how I become the best therapist in the world, in my mind.
Yeah.
And she shared with me, because I didn't even know, you never leave work, right? And I was confused. What do you mean? She said, yeah, you never leave work.
Yeah.
So when you leave work and go home, you're watching more work. You're watching people do on TV what you see in reality. Make it make sense. And I couldn't. And that's when I kept telling myself, I'm going to quit this time. I'm going to quit this time. And it just didn't happen until it happened. And when it happened was when I was diagnosed with situational depression. When I started taking medication as a clinician in private practice. And I start burning out, because I'm burning the candle at both ends, trying to save everybody and their mama and their mama's mama, and not recognizing that I can't save everyone. I didn't know. So because of my lack of awareness,
It's a knowing laughter, by the way. It's just a knowing laughter.
I burnt out. So that candle, it extinguished, and that was it for me. It got really, really dark. So during that time, I decided, okay, enough is enough. And I hit rock bottom when it came to self-care. Through that experience, I decided this doesn't work for me anymore. How can I do something completely different to get out of this and get me back together? And I decided to do what I was already great at, which is being a bartender. So in college, I was the one of the best bartenders out there, and I always wanted to be one. Now's the perfect time. So I did the complete opposite. And instead of encouraging people not to drink, I'm encouraging people to drink so I can make more money. So that's so I left the profession. I closed the practice.
Sorry, are you trying to say that burnout self-care could involve drinking?
Absolutely. It can involve whatever you say it is, in my humble opinion. Whatever the hell you say. I'm sorry. Can you say profanity on the show? I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Okay. I just want to make sure it's safe. I want to.
It's safe. Yes.
Okay.
Yes. I just put the little E on there.
The little E. What's the little E?
The little explicit.
Oh, okay. Cool. So I flipped the script.
Do we censor? I feel this way. Do we censor our clients?
Absolutely not.
No. So I don't censor guests.
Okay.
That's how I feel.
Oh, I'm at home. Listen, I'm at the crib. I am so comfortable on your show. Is this the norm? Like, I feel like I'm on the couch.
Yeah, I mean, I hope so. It usually it's just me talking in this room. And so it's just me every day, like, here I am. This is the Jen show today. Again, here we are. So I needed some more energy. So I'm glad to have guests. So
I'm 12 on a scale of 1 to 10.
So I have so many questions.
Let's go.
I think, okay, I want to get to depression and burnout. We'll get there. What I liked about your story is that you got a job. Because I think a lot of people, when they're in burnout, therapists especially, are looking for a career. And they're like, what am I going to do? Like, I can't be a therapist anymore. Like, I can't see clients. And like, where can I work, Jen? Can I work at the library? Do I, do I go back to accounting schools? Like, just to get a job. We just need a job. Like, we need to make money. That's what we got to do, number one. So talk to me about that point where you were just like, the pivot from I ended and then I started bartending and what that looked like.
So the shift, number one, was a cognitive shift. I had to change the way I thought. And that created, because during this stage of shift of overcoming burnout, I created a lot of things. I was kind of in the middle of a space and created things. So one of the things I created was the 3 Parallels, which is the name of my podcast. And the 3 Parallels is who we were, who we are, who we're becoming. So that came from that experience. So I recognized who I was, Superman, believing I can save everybody. And then the future me had a conversation with me and let me know the difference between the belief and the fact. And the belief is I can save the world. The fact is Superman can't save the world. He can only save those in Metropolis. So if you live in Gotham City, you're fucked. When I recognized that, I shifted.
That's not your city. It's not your city.
This is not my city. I don't even live here. You with me? Jen, you with me? I don't even live here. I'm visiting. How dare I?
I'm on vacation in Gotham.
Come on. And we finna go hang out with Elon them because we billionaires. Come on. Let's go.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, let's get back to
funny.
it. Listen, again, you made it feel this way. You made me at home, and I'm going to act me when I'm at home. So once I recognized that, I was able to pivot. Once I pivoted, I had to recognize my growth and the lack of growth for the people that's around me. So I decided I'm going to bartending school, but I couldn't tell anybody. I decided I'm quitting the job, and I told them I'm going to another mental health center somewhere random. I made it up because I didn't want to give anybody the opportunity to say some dumb shit to me.
Oh,
and in order to not, there we go.
This is
we
so
here,
important.
baby.
This is so
We're
important.
here. We're here.
Because we hide as therapists so much. I just feel like this is important because, whew, I mean,
Because everybody,
this is, yeah, because I feel like therapists are so scared about leaving because they feel so much shame. And
yeah,
so it's why I just think it's important to pause here and just
yes,
notice and talk to me about this.
yeah, because that comes with something. Understand why we're in this profession is because somebody
Mhm.
helped us or they didn't. That's it. That's why we're here. So if
Yeah.
we're here and we're getting better at being us, it causes us to see things differently. And you move and navigate in life very differently than everyone else because you see life differently because you've done the work on yourself. And when you
Yeah.
know that, you move in life differently. So I reached out to one of my frat brothers. Hey, man, I got a conference in Atlanta for a week. Can I stay and hang out with you in your basement? He like, sure, absolutely. What conference is it? Man, some mental health conference. I don't know. That's what I told him. And from 8 to 5 for a whole week, from Monday through Friday, I went to bartending school, ended with a license and a job.
Wow.
And I left the profession completely because it almost killed me,
Yeah.
believing I can save everybody. In the whole time, all I needed to do was shift my focus and save myself. And that's exactly what I did. And I've never
Wow.
been back. And I will not go back. I
Mm.
have not experienced burnout and capacity fatigue since 2012.
Wow.
2012. That was the first time, last time. Never do it again. And I share me with anyone who wants to hear so they'll never have to experience or they can get out of it or recognize they're in it. You get to decide.
Yeah.
So I had to decide, I got this career, I got this license, I'm a big time, 6 figures, I'm doing all this big stuff. Okay, but you're dying internally.
Yeah.
Nobody knows it but you. Nobody knows because we wear the mask. We're no different because any point in time in life, you can be on either side of the couch talking about facts.
Yeah.
So I was on the couch again. I was on the other side. So I start working and digging into me. And my first job as a bartender, which is wild, was at one of the wealthiest country clubs in the state of Alabama. And nobody knew who I was. There was no sign on the door that said whites only, but it was whites only. The only people of color were servers, service. I happened to be one of those individuals. So I came in as a chameleon. Nobody knew who I was. I didn't even know who I was.
Yeah.
I didn't even know me. And, with the interview to become a bartender, I was prepared because I went to school. They asked the ingredients of a drink and I knew exactly what it was, the ounces and what's this and what's that. I got hired on the spot. And in this industry, in the service industry, in this particular arena, the servers, the people that work there, it's a legacy. So their children work there and their children's children work there because within this country club is a culture related to legacy. So these are the people that are behind a lot of companies that we love, like, value, the families, the descendants of that. They're members of this club. And I had access. I had access with the knowledge that I had. Changed my entire life. One of the greatest experiences I ever had. And from doing that, and what's wild about it, with this job, I made more money than I did with all the other stuff that I had. Private practice. I made more money as a bartender at a country club.
I believe it. I believe it. One of the things I talk about all the time, I feel like, is how little money I made in private practice because, the business was making, I was making like $80K a year, right?
Yeah.
My top year in private practice, which was 2020. What happened in 2020? I was busier than ever. I brought home $45K. That's how much I made on postdoc. The math does not math.
These are
No.
facts. You're speaking facts. You're speaking my language. We're on the same page. We're on the same page.
But I think it's like this, it's tied into the identity. It's tied into the dream. It's tied into the person. I am a therapist. You're a monk. No.
I can't do this with you today. I can't do this with you today.
I know. I feel like we're kindred spirits, and I just met you like 20 minutes ago. This is wonderful.
Yes. We family. You stuck with me now, okay?
I know.
You
Forget
stuck with
it.
me. And ain't nothing you can do about it. To the listeners, I need y'all to know this is us, okay? We family. We've been doing
this is what we do.
Done.
Yes. Yeah. No, we talked about the job, which one of the things I recommend to people is just make money. True. Like, do not get a career. If you're burnout, no career. No. You don't need career counseling. I don't do that. I'm just like, we need to figure out like the next thing so you can actually heal.
Yes.
That's what I want you to do, is actually start the healing process. So let's just dive into depression and burnout, because I have my own depression journey and I still struggle with some depression sometimes. And it's something I frequently talk about, that I think a lot of times burnout is mass depression. And especially for clinicians, I've done multiple episodes on the dearth of research on clinician mental health. The AMA, the American Medical Association, has like annual reports about physician depression, suicide rates, anxiety. I looked, I don't know, I looked up some research and it was like a 2014 study in, this is the wrong country, but like in, I don't know where it was, Malaysia. Let's say it was Malaysia. And I'm like, this can't be right. This is our profession. And our clinicians, I know, are suffering because I get emails all the time. I feel hopeless. I feel depressed. I am down. I don't know what's next. And those are the stakes for me, because I know the people that are listening to this might be struggling with depression. So talk to me a little bit about your journey through that and your experience as being a clinician with depression and how you got out of it, maybe how you didn't notice it. So let's go there.
Okay. So I wasn't aware, again, 3 parallels, who I was, who I am, who I'm becoming. So I didn't recognize my old self. And my old self was someone who would just burn himself out trying to save, trying to help. So some of the signs I recognized was just really short. I didn't have a lot of patience. I was really short. In traffic, I'm ready to fight. I'm ready. It's stages. You go from honking the horn to a middle finger to a fist to a get out the car. Like, it's stages. And you recognize
I grew up in the DC Metro. Okay. Yeah. It's different type of driving.
Right. It's different. So stages, the rage, so many different things that comes out. And it's like, I didn't recognize because I wasn't looking for it and I didn't have time. When you try to save the world, you don't have time for you or to see things that's going on for you. And when I start giving myself permission to pause, to stop, to shift, to say no, I started noticing things. So I'm going home and I'm noticing there's a pile of clothes that's been sitting in this chair for weeks. Bed hasn't been made in months. I'm staying in bed. I'm liking it dark. All these, I didn't even recognize it. I'm eating in the dark. I'm doing everything. What is going on here? Not recognizing, because it's been my norm for so long. Just been in it. And it wasn't until that tipping point, it was just hit after hit in every arena, because that was the wake-up call I needed to have to know enough is enough. Now, before the bartending deal happened, I just took time off. I had some money saved. I just took time off. I took a cruise and I really want to retreat. And I gave myself time and silence to just be present. And that's what started to shift it for me. And some inner work and seeing a therapist, seeing a psychiatrist, I just started investing in me. So that Superman energy, instead of dragging my own cape and tripping it over it because it's too damn long trying to save everybody, I cut it to my length and save myself. Let's go, G. Let's go, Jen. Come on, sister from another mister. Let's go.
Cut the cape. Cut the cape.
Cut the cape, boo-boo. Why you keep tripping on yourself trying to save every damn body? They ain't asked you. Nobody asked you to save them.
We're having church.
I came
on
here
a
to teach.
Friday at 2:27.
I came here to teach. I did not come here to preach, but I got to work. Come on. I got a word, baby. This is my life. This is my life. And because of that,
gosh.
I'm him now. I had to have that. Understand, for those who are dealing with it right now, this is a part of your journey. This is to help you become a great therapist. Because there's 3 types of therapists. Horrible ones, we ain't got to talk about them because everybody talking about them. Good ones.
The shitty ones. You're just...
Gee, we speak the same language. Number 2, good therapists. Those want to do bare minimum, just average. Let me get my CEs. Get out of my way. Those types. And then you
Pessy. And they're pessy ones probably too.
Come on. How much credit I get for this one? How much credit? I don't care what you're talking about. Give me my CEs.
Ooh.
Then you got great ones. And great ones are the therapists like you and I that do the work on ourselves to become the best version of us so we can help people become the best version of themselves. That's it. That is it, Jen. And I can't see anything else anymore because I see me now and I love who the hell I see. I love this man. You see all this purple? This is royalty. I love this man, but I had to become him to share what I'm sharing now. And that's a process you have to go through. Your burnout, compassion fatigue journey is a part of your story. And if you think about it, all of us have a huge library of books that's been written. We can go back to it and read word for word. And there's tons of books in front of us with no words. And this library goes until it doesn't. And every moment of your life is a book. It's a chapter. It's a verse. It's a paragraph. It's a sentence. It's a period.
Mm.
I'm done.
You're done. What was coming up as you were saying that?
Transformation.
Mm-hmm.
I remember who I was in 2012. It's a totally different guy than I am right now. And I wish, the old me wish I knew what I knew now. The current me knows this is when I need to know. This is when it needs to happen. Because the future me is whispering, you're right on time. That's a different mindset than a salamander mindset of perfection. Has to be perfect. Black and white. Right or wrong. Good or bad. Win or lose. Gator mentality is I'm going to win or I'm going to learn, which means I'll never lose. I haven't lost since 2012. I have not lost since 2012 because I've been becoming him since then. And now I'm in a place and space in my life where I've come out of the basement, come out of these dark places to bring light to people, places, and things. So what I'm sharing is a part of my lived experience that I'm now in a place to give to people who ever want it. Come get some. And I don't run out.
Yeah.
There's that. Oh, you want more? I can keep going because I'm feeling your vibe.
I'm just, No, I'm just thinking of someone who is the salamander right now. Like, what would you say to them?
Yeah.
And what do you, and tell me more about this framework of yours. But this, I think speaking to that salamander, because that's who messages me all the time. That's my motivation for this podcast, honestly.
This is good. Oh, this is good. Okay, let's go to work. Y'all get your notebooks out. Okay. If you don't have one, go get you one. You got time. Press pause. And we're back. So when it comes to this gator and salamander mentality, you have
pause
to
the podcast, then come back. That's what I tell them. Pause it. If you're driving, pull over.
There you go. And we're serious about this. We're serious, okay? All jokes aside.
Okay, go.
If you want to get your life together, stop the car. Because you're rushing to go do something for somebody else anyway. I just want to talk about it. And if you laughing, that means you pull over. Okay, so you got a gator and a salamander. Salamanders are squishy. Everything sticks. They take their work home. They go to work early. They stay late. They watch Intervention when they get home. They don't take care of themselves at all. It's like a turtle out of its shell. You're naked and afraid. And I ain't talking about the TV show. So as that vulnerable person,
made me laugh. Naked and weird.
This is us in our most vulnerable state. And in that most vulnerable state, as human beings, that's a part of systems, cultures, religions, and everything else in between, we develop a mindset. And what's that mindset? Number one, perfectionism. I'm an overcoming perfectionist myself. Again, black and white thinking. That's one P. There's 4 P's of salamander life. The first P is perfectionism. Number 2 is perception. Your perception determines your reality. And there's a difference between those people who live or work or play at the Comfort Inn Hotel versus those that's at the Intercontinental. For starters, Comfort Inn Hotel, and I'm talking about your comfort zone, what's comfortable for you, goes to about 4 or 5 stories. That's as high as you can go. That's your highest perspective. Meanwhile, when it comes to being a gator who lives in the Intercontinental 25th floor, I see life from a totally different perspective. And there's a difference between a continental breakfast at the Comfort Inn and breakfast at the Intercontinental, where eggs are powdered and the eggs are coming from the hen that's behind the counter.
Right.
That's perspective. So as a salamander, my perspective is limited based off of what I know. And what I know is what I believe. And what I believe long enough becomes a fact to me, even if it's not. So it was a fact to me that I'm Superman and I can save the world. That was a fact to me, although it was a belief. Because Superman is a belief as well. And he black, and he a superhero, and he real to me.
Right?
That's us as humans. So if I can have that love for a character that some human made up, how can I not have that for me? And that's how you transition into a gator. Gator, there's 4 C's to salamander life. There's 4 P's to salamander, 5 C's to gator, because gators are extra. Gators are covered with armor and protection. You evolve from a salamander to a gator. That armor and protection is your lived experiences. All the things that happened to you is how you grew gator scales. It protects you. You have a different perspective, different lens now. Again, your eggs come a little bit different. So therefore, you become different. A gator is not trying to be perfect. A gator is just being consistent. I just keep showing up every day. And at the end of the day, if you want to be black and white, ask a black and white question. Did you do the best you can with what you had today? That's yes or no. That's the only reason you can be black and white in my book. Yes or no?
Yeah.
Yes, I did. Let's move forward, right? Second thing about gators' perspective is always evolved because they're curious. Salamanders are nosy. They just want to know stuff. Gators are curious. They want to learn stuff. There's a difference. There's a value difference. Knowing stuff is Netflix. Learning stuff can be YouTube. Just a thought.
Yeah.
So pay attention to what you consume. So one of the greatest things I love about gators is gators know how to celebrate. Salamanders do not celebrate nothing. Last celebration you had was marriage, graduation, a big event, a raise. When the last time you just celebrated yourself? When the last time you gave you some flowers? When the last time you decided, today I'm taking a day off? Why? Because I never have. You don't get perfect attendance as an adult. You get depression. You get diabetes, you get high blood pressure, you get stressed the hell out, okay? You don't get an award for doing everything for everybody. You get hurt. And you stay hurt until you decide enough is enough. And I'm challenging everybody listening, enough is enough if you're listening to this. Because why else would you be here?
Right.
Why else would you hear the words that's coming from us? Why else? You're supposed to be here. You're supposed to know this.
Yeah. You know, it's I think these metaphors are helpful because I think, at least I'm just thinking of myself, right? I felt like I was the salamander for so long. And I mean, perception is reality. I have always said that. Your perception is reality. And we keep putting the same thoughts in our mind and we keep accepting them as truth. They become them.
Yes.
They are our truth. They're what we see. They're what we live out. And I remember a thing I said to myself as I was leaving my practice was, I can't trust myself because I built a practice. And I can say it now with clarity, but at the time, this was like hot tears and just all. Ugh. I built this practice. I thought this was my baby, which a practice isn't your baby, so just that's not it. It's not. It's a business, but we won't go there right now.
Well, I mean, this is a whole show. That's a whole nother show.
It's a whole nother show. I know. It's a business. It's not your baby. So you
Wow.
didn't
Jen,
lose it
talk
because it's not a child.
Talk it. Yes.
But I think, myself telling myself I couldn't trust myself because this went so bad, because this thing that I thought was my baby, then I failed at it. So it's even in like our perception of this thing that we think that practice or being a therapist is like the ultimate pinnacle when it's part of us. Maybe it was part of a season, and we continued to live in that when it didn't work for so long that we were just in survival mode. We were the salamander. We were just like, ooh, we're going to hide tonight because I have like 10 clients coming in and I don't even know. Like you, I'm thinking of you in the basement in the dark, and you just continue to do it because you are in fight or flight
Yes.
until you realize, like, that's just not going to work anymore. I can't do that anymore because I am so open. I'm so exposed. I'm depressed. I have nothing to give. And that's what happens in burnout for most therapists. They literally burn. It's not like, let's do some prevention and some self-care. We are on fire.
Absolutely.
So anyway, what are your reactions to that?
It's honest. It's real. And I appreciate you and this platform so much because we get to have conversations that needs to be had in a space where people can hear it outside of the walls or the ivory tower. Because when you're insulated in that environment, it's a culture that we adopt, adapt, assimilate to that kills us. And as you all know, as we all know, if you happen to lose your life, take your own life, you will be replaced. Why? Because as Dr. Blanchett just mentioned, it's a business. You're a person that helps me do my job. You're a person that helped me build revenue. You're replaceable. And I don't know any environment that you're not unless it's your own. Even if it's your own, you can be replaced. So that belief, what you were talking about, that belief, we can be so deep rooted in it and not see. For example, and this is what I call breadcrumbs. Breadcrumbs are the things that's around us hidden in plain sight. You eat enough breadcrumbs, you're going to end up with a slice of bread. And as we know, every slice of bread has two sides. Everything has two sides. And if I'm only looking at one side of life, I can never see the other side. And that's people, if you're listening, if you're one of these individuals, I cannot stand you. And these are people who don't eat sushi. But the reason they don't eat it is you ask them, hey, have you ever had sushi? Nah, I never had it. Now, how do you know if you don't like it? Yeah, those people, if that's you, I'm talking about you. Because my beliefs is the reason I don't try new and different things. And that's including beliefs. To go a little bit further, everyone listening right now can identify with a cabinet, closet, drawer, room, something that is designated for things that don't work, you don't use, you don't need. Everybody has it. And that has followed you from birth to where you are right now in life. It's tangible. You can walk to it right now and get rid of that iPhone case from 2009. iPhone box. Remote to that TV that don't work. Coupons that expired. Menus to restaurants that burn down with your burnout. Okay. I'm challenging you. I don't give homework. I give life work. I'm challenging the listeners right now to go to that drawer.
Even in one of my things I tell therapists, clients, okay, your first step out of clear out the caseload.
Come on.
Because that creates room. And the question I'll ask people, are they meeting treatment goals? They're like,
yeah, get them out of here.
They're like, I feel seen. Why are you attacking me right now? Because I was you.
Come on.
Because I was you. That's why. Because I lost my way. And I just kept showing up and seeing people for years and years and years. And I lost direction with them and myself.
Come on. Yes.
So that is why I asked that question. Because the therapy's lost because we're lost in it too. And so, well, I can't let go of them. Why? Well, because we just been doing this. That's what I've been doing.
Comfort. All day long. Comfort. And comfort can lead to that, especially if it's not intentional. Like, that's not intentional. Because when you bring it to their attention, oh, I didn't even know. It's not intentional if you didn't know.
And I was doing good work too. And that doesn't negate it. I feel some people are like, well, does that negate all the good work? No, it doesn't negate it at all. It's just not serving you anymore.
True story. True story.
Yeah.
And what I value, and I want to dive into where you are, what I value in this moment is the recognition. I left the profession twice. I took 2 breaks from the profession. The first one was capacity and burnout. And the second one was to pivot, to become exposed to anything outside of what I knew. What I knew was the ivory tower, working in academia, knowing the trajectory in academia. You become assistant, full, retire, pension, all that. And there's a ceiling there. And I knew if I stay here, I know where I'm going to end up. I can see the future. We all, when it comes to that. So if I leave, I don't know what I'm going to see. And because I left, I ended up here with this podcast. However, the podcast has come to life this year. I've been sitting on it for a decade. Fears, depression, every other thing that I've been dealing with prevented me from bringing this dream into reality. And the dream is the being, meaning who I am, because who I am is the person who does a podcast or be a guest on this show. You don't invite everybody. Don't get on this show. Let's be honest. Everybody, you don't want everybody here.
No,
okay.
Especially tech companies. Don't even try. You're selling someone AI. No.
Come on. But if you're here, there's a reason for it. And I look at things that way now. I never did before, but it's always there. That's why I call it a breadcrumb. It's hidden in plain sight. So again, if I eat enough slices, I'm going to end up with a loaf. If you keep talking to me, you're going to get hit in the head with a honey bun. That's what I do. It's soft, but it's still a salt. And if I eat enough honey buns, I'm going to end up with a few loaves. And if I end up with a few loaves, I'm going to wake up in Panera Bread. That's where I wake up at every day. I wake up in Panera. What does that mean? I don't run out. When you are you authentically, you don't run out. When I'm trying to be somebody else, I run out. And what is that? Burnout. You're trying to be somebody you're not designed to be based off of what you believe, going back to that junk drawer. You believe I'm supposed to have it, but it doesn't fit. It doesn't work, and we still do it because we're comfortable. How do I know? Your thermostat ain't changed since the last season. We love comfort. And the thermostat ain't changed unless you pay the bill. There's that.
It's truth. I mean, it is so much easier to keep the status quo. And the only reason why I feel like I cheated the system. This is so interesting. I don't think I've really said this on my podcast, but I work in school psychology. That's my job. It's not my career. That's the job that pays the bills. Ooh. And because I'm a psychologist, I felt like I cheated because I pivoted to testing, essentially. I didn't leave. I don't think that now. I'm fine with it. I'm fine with it now. But when I made that switch, which was in 22, I was like, but I didn't really leave. These are the games that come into our minds about, I think, this profession, because we see, of course, it's honorable. I love therapists. I have a therapist. I love her. She's going straight to heaven. I'm convinced. I'm convinced. Dealing with my squirrel brain. It's.
Listen, you are not getting rid of me ever. Okay. You just knitted a little sweater over my heart with that joke. You just knitted a sweater. You stuck with me.
I want to call my community. I don't really have a community with this podcast, but if it would, it'd be my squirrel friends. It would be.
I think that's your community. That's her talking right now. Let's take a moment. Jan, this is for you. I'm dead serious. This is happening in real time. Listeners, this is happening in real time. Pull the call over again. We did not pre-record this. Jan, I want you to hear her, because you just named your new community. So all them squirrels out there, hey, this is your call in. The community is being built right now in real time. And if this hits home for you in any capacity, I need you to join in. I don't know where this group at, but she got it somewhere. She'll give you the details later. This is happening because I hear her and I'm talking to her now. You may or may not have a conversation with her, but I just did. And there's that. Didn't I say, Panera? I don't run out.
Funny. Yeah.
Done. So the community is here now.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you, Jen. I see you.
Thank you.
Building communities in real time. I see you.
That's right here. Yeah. Yeah.
It's done.
Yeah.
It's done. So real quick, I need you all to see that was a breadcrumb that I took advantage of. And when you take advantage of breadcrumbs, meaning things that we can't see with the breadcrumbs, we may see them ourselves, but it's so much, it's so rewarding to be someone who can see a breadcrumb in front of someone when they're not able to see it and give it to them. And you just ate. You just ate.
Yes.
I'm telling you. So therefore, for all of us listening, the three parallels, who we were, who we are becoming, your old self is always screaming, yelling, very loud, very reactionary.
Mm-hmm.
Your current self is right in the middle. I don't know what to do. Your future self is always talking in a whisper. So anything that you say, what you just said, Jen, is your future self speaking to you. You have to listen to her. And I'm talking about capital H-E-R, not the R&B singer with the guitar.
Yeah, we're just together now. It's just
done.
It's done. Yeah,
it's done. And that's what happened. So Jen, now you have a community. Real quick, we can't lead this. We're not finna lead this. No man. You see how the old self tried to come in and turn the table over? I'm not having it. Not on my watch. We are not finna bypass this. You just started a community in real time.
But you know what? I'm gonna talk. I gotta talk to old Jen though, because she was so scared. She was. I think of Salamander Jen all the time, and
come on,
and how brave she was. Though she was starting this podcast, burnt out to a crisp. Just like, I'm gonna turn this mic on and just start talking, and
yeah.
And I think that's who I'm talking to.
Yes.
So I know that, like, because when I meet with therapists, they're like the best people. And I know there's so much that needs to, even if it's like, just start your garden. Like, I don't care what it is. Like, live your damn life.
Mm-hmm.
And clearing out this stuff, throwing out the menus from 2019 or whatever. All the metaphors we talked about, and finding community. If it's, you don't have to start a podcast, believe me. I tell people that all the time. But I think finding your people and really calling them out to you is important to find out who you are now. I think that's part of it.
Yeah, absolutely.
For everybody listening to this. So, unfortunately, our time is getting close to an end, which is so sad. But I want to ask this question. This is an important question. How are you finding joy today, Dr. Branch?
I'm finding joy today by being present in the moment. I am loving the moment and experience that we're having, that we're in, because this is a ripple. And anytime you throw a pebble in the pond, it's going to create ripples to go to the banks of the outer water all the way back tenfold. And that's what this is. You and I together provide a lot of breadcrumbs. We threw a pebble in the pond. It's going to come back. It's going to help somebody directly and indirectly. That's enough for me.
Yeah, love that. And because I love a story, I'm also curious about, okay, you were a bartender. Then what happened? Like the postcard version. I just need like that, the completeness of a story.
Thanks for bringing this to the awareness. I'm sure that the listeners was asking this question too. So let's put a bow on it. So my time at bartending was a great time financially. So I was able to make some more money. I was able to get off medication. I was able to overcome depression. I was able to overcome anxiety and stress because I was having fun again. I was serving and I was good at it. I made most of the money because I'm a talker. People love talking to me. They don't know I'm a therapist. I'm getting better as a therapist, talking to people. I'm getting 20% tips on whatever. I'm learning about wines and it's another world.
I bet as a therapist, you would be, any therapist would be a great bartender, I mean, because you know how to listen.
Yes, I was phenomenal, and I made more money because of it. So my skill set I brought with me, and then added a skill set being a bartender. Name one licensed mixologist and one licensed professional counselor. I'll wait. That's black and go to therapy. I'm a unicorn, but I'm black with a gold horn. Come on. Come on. Come on. I don't play with me. I need you to stop playing with you.
Stop playing with you, okay?
To close the time bomb. I'm going to finish this thing because we can do this all day, Jen. I'm going to finish it. So I got my life together, got off medication. I developed the ESPM model for self-care. That's another model. I got models and bottles all the time, right? But my models are different now. I'm a gator. A little different. So I'll talk more about this on the podcast. But
we'll have to have you back. You'll come back. It's fine. Don't worry.
So during this time, I got better. I practiced self-care. I became him, and I knew it, and I was really great at what I was. And then I decided, okay, I'm ready to do something. It was about a year and some change. And I decided, okay, I'm ready to do something. But before I left, I said, I'll never go back to working in substance use and abuse. First job back was a clinical director of an outpatient treatment center.
Oh, gosh. No. And whoever wants to be a clinical director, go ahead.
I was there for a year. That was enough for me, and enough for the universe, because I was let go because of budget. And the next year, I was in a doc program. So that's how life works. So because I took care of myself, it led me to become him, Dr. Jason Branch. Because after that experience I had, it opened my eyes to who I really was, because I did the work in the basement. And I look at the basement as our house. All of us have a house. You got the attic, the living room, and the basement. Attic, where you spend the most time in your head. Living room is where you are presently. Basement is the trauma, the drama, the things that happen between you and your mama and them.
Yeah.
That's in the basement. All those things we have to unpack to clean that basement out to make it look as pristine as your attic. And if you do that, you can move to a different house, just like the Intercontinental. Just like all the things that you're supposed to have based off the person that you are becoming. That's why I'm here. That's how.
Yeah. Oh, yes. Well, I know that people are going to get so much out of that, and I think it's a perfect place to end. But I do want to if people want to connect with you, how can they find you? With a golden horn. Mic drop. Mic drop. That's a wrap, y'all. I will talk with you next week.
That's how I did it. So I had to experience that to become him. Now, all of those experiences I have, I'm sharing them. And people are healing because of it. That's the story. That's the journey. That's what this is about. It wasn't about me. I learned about me, and now I'm giving me away to whoever wants it. You can have it. Because I wish I had me at that time. Best way, www.drjbranch.com. I'm Googleable now, so you can Google Dr. Jason Branch. And I have a book, a journal, the Gator Scales Journal, which is available on Amazon, also a podcast, 3 Parallels podcast, with me, Dr. Jason Branch. So that's how you can find me. Pretty easy. Again, I'm a unicorn. I can be found. All day, baby.